Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a story that has everyone talking across Nigeria and beyond. It's a mix of mystery, intense military action, and a situation that feels like something out of a high-stakes movie. We are talking about what is happening right now in the Lake Chad region of Borno State. Now, before I give you the full gist, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you these important updates every single day. So, here is the situation. Just recently, the city of Maiduguri was rocked by some very sad news. There were multiple bombings that targeted busy areas like the Monday market and the post office. It was a moment that put everyone on high alert, and our hearts go out to all the families affected by those events. The security forces immediately swung into action, cordoning off the areas to make sure everyone was safe. But while the city was dealing with the aftermath of these attacks, something very strange and bold was happening just a few hours away in the marshlands of Lake Chad. Reports and images started surfacing showing hundreds of people gathered in the open fields. These weren't just any people, they were identified as members of Boko Haram and ISWAP. Imagine this. While the Nigerian Army was on the hunt for them, these groups actually gathered in their hundreds to hold Eid prayers. They weren't hiding in caves or thick forests this time, they were out in the open, standing in long rows performing their religious rites as if they owned the place. This has sparked a huge conversation online because it's such a bold move. It's like they were trying to show the world that they are still organized despite the pressure from the government. Now, why is this gist so interesting? It's because usually these two groups, Boko Haram and ISWAP, are bitter enemies. They have been fighting each other for years over who controls the territory. But seeing them in the same general region holding prayers around the same time makes people wonder if something is changing. Is it a temporary truce? Or are they just trying to use the holiday to boost their own image? If you find this as curious as I do, please make sure to like this video right now and subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up on this story. While this was happening in the Lake Chad area, the Nigerian military was not sitting back at all. We received reports that in a place called Mallam Fatori, the troops of Operation Hadin Kai did a fantastic job. They managed to stop a massive attack that was being planned, and they neutralized over 60 terrorists in that single operation. So, while the insurgents were trying to show off with their prayer videos, the Nigerian gallantry was on display, showing that the government is still very much in control of the key areas. This brings us to a very important point that I want you all to think about. How do these groups manage to find these hidden spots in the Lake Chad area to hold such large gatherings? The Lake Chad region is very large and spans across 4 different countries: Nigeria, Chad, Naija, and Cameroon. It's full of water and tall grass, which makes it hard for vehicles to move. But with modern technology like drones and satellite images, many people are asking, why can't these gatherings be spotted sooner? It's a real puzzle, isn't it? The local residents in Borno are being very brave. Even with the news of these gatherings and the recent bombings, many people still went out to celebrate their holidays, showing that the spirit of the Nigerian people cannot be broken by fear. The government has also stepped up security on all the major roads leading in and out of Maiduguri to ensure that everyone traveling for the season is protected. It's a tense time, but the resilience of the people is truly inspiring. I want to pause here for a second and ask you, what do you think is the best way to handle these remote hideouts in the Lake Chad area? Should the government use more air power, or is it time for more soldiers to be stationed right there in the heart of the lake? I really want to read your opinions in the comments below. Your voice matters in this conversation. And if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm show this news to more people who need to stay informed. There is still more to this story, including how the international community is reacting and what the neighboring countries are doing to help Nigeria close these gaps. Now let's get into the deep part of the gist, because the story actually goes global from here. While these groups were busy trying to show off in the Lake Chad region, the international community was watching very closely. Did you know that the European Union just announced a massive €557 million aid package for 2026? A big chunk of that money is coming straight to the Lake Chad Basin and northern Nigeria. This is because the whole world knows that if we can fix the security and hunger issues in this region, it makes the world a safer place for everyone. If you think Nigeria deserves all the support it can get, show some love by hitting that like button right now and subscribing to the channel for more updates. But wait, the gist gets even more intense. There's a new team in town. A seasoned diplomat named Ambassador Ibrahim Babani has just taken over as the head of the Chad Basin Commission. He's stepping into the hot seat with a big mission to make sure Nigeria, Chad, Niger and Cameroon are finally talking to each other and acting as one. You see, the real secret of why these insurgents can still gather for prayers is because of the border gaps. When the Nigerian army chases them, they try to slip into the borders of our neighbors. But with this new leadership, the plan is to close those gaps once and for all. And here's a bit of tech gist for you. One of the biggest challenges our brave soldiers face right now is drones. Yes, you heard that right. Reports show that these groups are now using small drones to spy on our military movements. Because of this, the African Union and other international partners are working on bringing in drone jamming technology. This would basically blind the insurgents and take away their eyes in the sky. Imagine a world where our troops can move in total silence without the enemy seeing them coming. That would be a total game changer, don't you think? There's also a big push for what they call amphibious warfare. Since the Lake Chad area is full of water and islands, the government is looking into getting more special boats and training soldiers who are experts at fighting on water. It's no longer just about land and sand, it's about owning the water too. Now, I have to ask you something very important for our discussion today. With all this international money and new technology coming in, do you feel more hopeful about the security situation in the Northeast, or do you think we should focus more on local intelligence and hearts and minds campaigns? I'm really curious to see what you think, so please drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you are enjoying this breakdown, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you are the first to know when the next update drops. The resilience of our people in Borno is truly the star of the show. Despite everything, life is returning to many parts of the state and the markets are starting to buzz again. It's a long journey, but every step forward is a victory.